Hey there, welcome back to day 2 of 11K and 30 days, the 11K and 30 day challenge. My name is Z and I am Sit and Speak Your Truth. So today we're talking about, I want to discuss the Evergreen niche because I think people need to understand what that is and how digital marketing can help you touch upon and get into that niche and be able to create and generate income for yourselves seamlessly online. So I'm going to give you the definition, okay? So an evergreen niche is a market or an industry that maintains consistent year-round demand regardless of changing seasons, short-term trends, or economic shifts. And because these niches solve permanent human problems or fulfill constant passions, they offer long-term stability rather than fading fads. And there are big three evergreen markets right now. The first is health, the second is relationships, and can you guess what the third is? Yep, it's wealth. Services and advice on personal finance, investing, making money, and career growth. And so I find that really interesting because in doing the challenge, yes, we are talking about the importance of generating revenue, of generating income. And Legacy Builders is a business. And when you purchase Legacy Builders, you are purchasing your own personal business that you can brand and that you can begin to expand upon for yourself. And when you do that, you're able to create and generate wealth for yourself. So an evergreen niche is absolutely a pivotal and important aspect of digital marketing and what we do in digital marketing. The world is going digital right now. There is no doubt about it. It's going digital and it's going automated. And the great thing about the Legacy Builders program as your business is that it gives you the opportunity to create the business. It is a business in a box that's already, for the most part, created for you and is a ready-to-go business. And the great thing about it is that you automate your business. When you begin to learn how to implement automations into anything that you do, what does that do for you? It saves you time, right? Time that you can use better served doing other things, whatever that is for you. For me, it's having personal time to kind of like just sit, be out in nature, contemplate what's going on in the world, think big thoughts, and spend time with my dog. Okay, that's me. For you, it might be, spending time with your family, spending time with your children, being there for them, being able to be present because you have all of this extra time that you are no longer putting into going to work every day, into answering to someone else for how you spend 8 or 10 hours of your day, into saving time in commuting, going back and forth to work and dealing with the traffic. I am from the East Coast of the States, and where I'm from in the, Maryland, Delaware, Virginia, the Delmarva area, a lot of people spend an hour to 2 hours a day just going back and forth commuting to a job. If you look at it, that's 3 to maybe 4 hours a day that you're spending on the road. That could be time that you could be spending with your family, with your children, with your loved ones, with aging parents, with, loved ones that maybe are ill and could use your time. We have to learn how to do things and create business for ourselves whereby we are able to free our time because we didn't come here to be workhorses and grind, right? I say it every time. I'm going to try and remember to say it in every video because this is my personal opinion. We come here to live, love, learn, and grow. That's what we come here to do. So in order to do those things, you have to have experiences, right? You have to be able to have the time to experience other people, your family, explore the world. That's what's important to me. You need to figure out what your why is and what's important to you. But that's what having your own business can do for you. When you have a business that is automated, right? It will free your time so that you can not only make money 24 hours a day, you can make money in your sleep, right? But you can also have your time freed up to do the things that you love, to do the things that bring you joy. That's what life is supposed to be about. That's why I love the digital marketing genre, because that's what it provides. When I look online and I see people that are thriving in the digital space, whether it's through legacy builders or something else, when they're thriving, I look at how they spend their time. And 9 times out of 10, they're spending time with their families, if they have families, or they're spending time in nature. They're just contemplating. They're free, right? Just to enjoy life. That's what digital marketing can provide for you. It can provide for you that freedom, right? And so we want to pick a program that is in the e-learning industry. And Legacy Builders is absolutely in the e-learning industry. You know, the best thing about the program is that it helps people do one main thing, and that is to solve a problem. And when you join Legacy Builders, typically the problem that you're trying to solve for yourself and a problem that you're trying to help other people solve is the problem of finances and generating money and generational wealth for yourself and for your family. Legacy Builders just brings so much to the table because it is riding the wave. It is riding the wave of the digital e-learning business. Currently, right now, the digital platform, the digital atmosphere, the wave is here. It is suspected that it will hit 420 billion in 2026. And by the end of 2030, it's projected to hit $1.2 trillion. That is more than double in just a 4-year period of time. For me, that's a wave that I need to find a surfboard and I need to hop on it and I need to be on that wave and ride that thing to the very end. You're talking about a business that more than doubles in 4 years. I mean, that's kind of like unheard of growth, right? That's what I want for myself. That's what I want for the women that I'm trying to serve. And showing up and telling you about Legacy Builders and how it can help improve your life and give you the financial freedom that all of us are looking for and that all of us are deserving of. By the end of 2029, it is expected that the digital online business will have more than 1.1 billion learners online. Now, I want you to think about that and in a kind of a global dynamic, right? Because there are roughly 8 billion people on the planet right now. And and out of those 8 billion, roughly 5 billion are on social media in some way, shape, or form. So you're talking about by the end of 2029, having over 1.1 billion people that are learning online, right? You're learning some sort of a skill set. You're, in school online, you're doing some type of online learning. That is absolutely massive. That is massive. And Legacy Builders is going to be a part of that. It's a part of that right now. If we're roughly 60,000 strong currently, I could only imagine where we're going to be in, 4 more years. It's just mind-blowing how this thing is just going to grow. So when you get in, and you get in early and you get that surfboard and you ride that wave, just like anything else, it's an investment. You're investing in your future. You're investing in the future for your family and for your lineage and for generations to come. You are going to be building generational wealth by participating in this program and letting this business, right, keep you uplifted and keep you financially strong. The timing has never been better as far as I'm concerned. We're about a little over 60,000 that are in the Legacy Builder community right now. The timing is perfect. The opportunity is right now. The time to really get into the digital atmosphere really wasn't like, 4 or 5 years ago. It's right now. And with the influx of AI and combining digital marketing with AI, oh my God, it's mind-blowing. It's absolutely mind-blowing what you can accomplish. It's mind-blowing what you can do. And Legacy Builders is going to give you this pre-built business in a box, this system that you are constantly learning. And the thing that I love about it, and having gone to college and, done schooling after I got my degree, the thing that I love about Legacy is the fact that it is a program that is constantly building upon itself, meaning that whenever new technologies come out, those technologies are shared with the entire community. It is a continuous learning cycle, so you're always in the know. And so unlike formal education, where, you go to a university and you go to the registrar's office, right? And you're going to register for a class, or you're registering online, and say you want to take a digital course online. You register online, you pay your however much, $300, $1,500, $3,000, depending upon what educational institution you are going to be participating in. And then you take the course and you get a grade, and then look out for my Zoo. That's my dog, Zeus. Zeus, say hi. I have to put a cone on him. It gets a little itchy here in Central America, and he likes to scratch, which is not good for his skin. But anyway, so you pay for these courses and you get the education, and you might get the most recent information that is up to date at that point in time. But guess what? When 2 years down the line comes around, and then AI has jumped up and done something else, and digital marketing has found some new kind of twist that can help really enhance the robustness of your business, is the university going to give you a call and be like, hey, Z, we saw that you took this introduction to digital marketing course, back in 2026. We have a new course now. We've updated it. We'd like to invite you to come back and learn these skill sets. Oh, by the way, it's going to be free. You don't have to pay anything since you paid us once already. No, that's not going to happen. I promise you that's not going to happen. But when you are part of a community, and you have a leader like Michelle O'Neill, that all she wants is for everyone to win. And she's constantly giving this information. She's constantly out in the marketplace. She's constantly seeing what the latest trends are and what the latest things are that are happening that are going to be able to positively affect the community. She's sharing that information. So you're constantly in the know. You constantly have updates. When you buy this program once, that's it. You don't have to pay and go back and pay more money for, the latest information. You will always have access to it. It will always be there for you. That is the treasure. That's the gold, as far as I'm concerned, about the community. I don't have to worry about 3 years from now, something new coming out, and now I have to go and find another program, or worse yet, I have to go online and try and figure it all out on my own. No, I have a program that's going to be in the know, that's going to figure it out for me, and then is going to create a lesson that I can just take online, and I can be in the know, and I can learn, and I can go back to that lesson as many times as I want, and I can review as often as I need to until I lock in. That is the gold of a program like this. Formal education, I'm telling you, is going by the wayside. And coming from a family that has invested in education for decades, I'm telling you what I know. I'm just telling you what I know. Formal education, brick and mortar, go to that. It's not going to be like that. It's just not. So when I see an opportunity to jump in, I jumped in feet first, because I'm ready to blow it out the water. This is my business. And so I treat it like a business. Now, the final thing, we're learning all these skills. We talk about learning skills and having access to the information that you need, right? To be able to create and market yourself however you see fit. People market themselves in different ways. Some people are on TikTok. Some people are on Instagram. Some people are on Facebook. A lot of people are on YouTube like me. And the thing is that there is enough abundance to go around for everyone. I firmly believe that. Everyone is not going to resonate with me. Some people are going to be like, and I might be a turnoff for them. Meanwhile, there might be someone that is maybe more polished, appears maybe more professionally dressed, and they might appeal to them, and that's fine. You will find your person, honey. I've spent decades in real world career working for government, having to become presented fully dressed and I have retired myself from that. I'm in Central America, and I'm going to live my best life, and you gonna catch me in a t-shirt and shorts almost every day. I can almost certainly promise you that. It's all good. But the final thing that I want to say is that, people look at programs like this and they think, oh, it's a scam. I thought that too. I surely did. I came across a woman on YouTube. I was like, you know what? That's a little bit too good to be true. I don't even think I believe all the crap she's talking about. But I signed up to get some information. She sent me the info. I looked at the video. I was like, okay. You know what? Because I'm a Scorpio and I'm a skeptic by nature. So this stuff kept popping up in my feed, and I kept just like seeing it, but I just was kind of like pushing it aside. I did that for 8 months. What is my biggest regret? Waiting 8 months. Because I asked myself every day, Z, where could you have been had you just jumped in feet first, last April or May, instead of waiting until the end of February of this year to jump in? Where would I be right now? So I implore you to think about it. And, I say all the time, I speak to women because that's where my heart is. If you want to know why, just go to my channel and look at some of my videos. It'll tell you why. But my heart is with women, single women, divorced women, widowed women, women with children, women doing it on their own, whoever you are. If you're on your own and you're a woman and you're struggling, my heart is with you, because I have watched an entire matriarchal society of my mother's side of the family just grind and grind and grind, and oftentimes doing it on their own. And so I know what that looks like, and I know what that feels like, and I know what that struggle is. And I just want you to know you don't have to struggle. You do not have to struggle. Legacy Builders is not one of those programs. Oh my God, I don't have that much money to put into it. It's not $5,000 or $10,000 like some programs are. It isn't. 5 different tiers, right? 5 programs. You have the Legacy Builders, bundle pack, which is $1,400. That's what I did. I went ham and I went all in. You have the Legacy Builders program, which is $900. You have the Legacy Builders Mastery, which is $600. You have the Legacy Builders Daily Blueprint, which is $300, and the Legacy Builders Launchpad, which is $100. So you can come in at any of those levels and start building a business for yourself. You come in where you fit in as far as the financial aspect is concerned. But the program itself, as far as I am concerned, is absolutely flawless and will give you everything that you need, hand by hand, step by step instructions, so that you are able to get online. And the only thing that you have to do once you get this program is simply create content like I'm doing right now. It's not hard. I'm a talker. Always have been. I don't have a problem talking in front of people, in front of a camera. Doesn't faze me at all. Some people might have a problem with that. There are a lot of people out there in Legacy Builders that just do faceless channels. And it works very well for them because they don't want to put themselves out there. I don't have a problem putting myself out there. So you pick what works for you. You pick what level will work for you financially, and you jump in. Okay, you jump in, you look at it as your business, because that's exactly what it is. You treat it like a business, like any business owner or operator would do, and you simply share your knowledge and what you know with other people so that they can do the same thing. I came into the program, I learned a bunch of skill sets that I didn't even realize that. Some stuff I had up here didn't even realize that I knew it. The first thing that I did when I created my own program, or not program, my own product, my own digital product, was I was like, well, what the heck am I going to create a product about? Because my previous life, I was a procurement officer. So I'm certainly not going to be sharing with people how to do procurement. I mean, that doesn't make any sense. What can I do? And then ding, ding, ding. I was like, Z, you just did a huge move from the US to Panama in 4 months. How about you create a digital product around that? And that's exactly what I did. I created a 120-day emergency exit relocation plan for anyone that is looking to leave, whether it be the US, the UK, I don't care where you are. If you're looking to leave, you can do it in 120 days. And so I go step by step, all the things that you need to look at, all the things that you need to do, all the paperwork you need to get, depending upon where you may be going, what might be required, what things you need to look at, the people you need to contact, the movers, the people that relocate from, wherever to another country, the moving of your pets. I mean, all of that. And I did like a 55-page guide that I now sell as a digital product. So that's what Legacy Builders does. So selling Legacy Builders to me is just like the cherry on the top of the ice cream, because the real wealth is when you begin to create your own digital products that you share with people, when you begin to create your own communities based upon maybe the audience that you serve. You can create your own school community, which is where our digital growth community is housed. There are so many ways to earn income online. It's crazy. So I'm going to end it right there. That's day 2 of the 11K in 30-day challenge. Thank you for sticking around if you did thus far. And I will see you tomorrow for day 3. Love and light to you always. And always remember to never be afraid to speak your truth. I'll see you tomorrow. Much love.